When Margaret turned 72, she didn't notice the faint odor that had begun to cling to her sweaters. She bathed regularly, brushed her teeth every morning, and even kept lavender sachets in her drawers. Yet her daughter, Emily, had begun to hesitate when she hugged her goodbye. One afternoon, Emily finally said it gently. "Mom, you might need to check your hygiene routine a little. There's a smell." Margaret froze. It wasn't said cruelly, but the words stung. She prided herself on being clean and proper, the kind of woman who ironed her bedsheets. That evening, she sat at her vanity, wondering how it had come to this. At her next doctor's appointment, she brought it up hesitantly. "I think I smell," she confessed. "My daughter says so. I don't understand why." Dr. Patel, her family physician, smiled reassuringly. "You're not alone, Margaret. Many older adults notice changes like that. Let's talk about what might be happening." He explained that the problem wasn't neglect, but small hygiene mistakes that most people didn't realize mattered more with age. "First," he began, "many seniors don't bathe as often as they should, not because they're lazy, but because they're afraid of slipping or feel too cold." Margaret nodded. She had started showering only twice a week. The chill of the bathroom made her joints ache. But bacteria and dead skin build up faster as we age, and the natural oils on our skin change composition, the doctor continued. That combination can create what some call the old person smell, a chemical called nonenal. Margaret was horrified but fascinated. "So, even if I'm clean, that smell can still appear?" "Exactly. A quick rinse isn't enough," Dr. Patel said. "Use mild soap, exfoliate gently, and make sure to dry thoroughly. And if you're worried about slipping, we can install grab bars or suggest a shower chair." The second mistake, he told her, was neglecting laundry hygiene. Clothes and bedding trap sweat and oils. If you reuse sweaters or blankets too often, even clean skin can pick up odor. Margaret's eyes widened. She realized she often wore her cardigan for days without washing. She promised herself to start a new routine: laundry every 3 days, no matter how tired she felt. Third, Dr. Patel continued, oral hygiene changes with age. Saliva production decreases, medications dry the mouth, and bacteria thrive. Even if you brush, dentures and tongue cleaning are often overlooked. Margaret blushed. She had worn partial dentures for years, but rarely took them out overnight. "Take them out daily, clean them properly, and brush your tongue," the doctor advised. "That will reduce bacteria that cause bad breath and affect digestion." By now, Margaret had taken out her small notebook and was scribbling notes like a student. The fourth mistake, he said, is ignoring the feet. Many older people can't bend well, so they skip washing or drying between the toes, but moisture there breeds fungus and odor. Margaret sighed. "I can't reach easily anymore." Dr. Patel nodded. "Use a long-handled sponge or ask for help during pedicures. You can even use a hairdryer on a cool setting to dry your feet properly." She wrote that down too, determined not to be the source of any unpleasant scent. "The fifth mistake," he finished, "is poor nutrition and hydration. What you eat changes how your body smells. A lack of water concentrates sweat and urine, and too much processed food adds chemical odors." Margaret frowned. "I don't drink much water. It makes me run to the bathroom too often." "That's common," he said kindly. "But dehydration worsens body odor and kidney health. Try small sips throughout the day. Herbal teas count too." When the appointment ended, Margaret felt lighter, not embarrassed, but empowered. On her way home, she stopped by a pharmacy and bought gentle exfoliating gloves, a mouth rinse for dry mouth, and lemon-scented detergent. That night, she cleaned her dentures thoroughly and laid out fresh pajamas. Within a week, Emily noticed the difference. "Mom, you smell like you again," she said, hugging her tightly. Margaret laughed, half embarrassed, half proud. But beyond the smell, she also began to feel healthier. Her skin looked brighter, her sleep improved, and she no longer woke up feeling sticky or restless. The small adjustments had given her back a sense of dignity she hadn't realized she'd lost. Months later, at a community health seminar, Dr. Patel shared her story, without naming her, as an example. Hygiene isn't just about appearance, he told the audience of seniors. It's about self-respect, confidence, and health. Small habits protect your body, your relationships, and your peace of mind. In the crowd, Margaret smiled quietly. She had made every change on that list, and even started helping her friends at the senior center with their routines. Her favorite saying now hung on her bathroom mirror: handwritten in neat cursive. Cleanliness is not about smell, it's about self-care. And each morning, as she picked up her soft sponge and turned on the warm water, Margaret felt something she hadn't in years: renewed, refreshed, and perfectly alive.